Morning, good morning, or afternoon. Uh, I do in fact have Ariana Grande's new song stuck in my head, and I'm not even sure if I really like it. I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Yes, and say that shit with your chest. And Thea, how my titties look. Oh, hey, how my demons look. Hey, I'm gonna start calling my chest my demons, my tits. Say that shit with your chest. Yeah, I have a feeling that you and I probably like the same type of music, maybe. I like it. I like pop, rap, R&B mostly. A lot of like early 2000s, um, a lot of 90s, rap, hip hop, R&B, but I also love country music. Oh, we do? I'm not sure how I think about Ariana Grande. And I'm really not sure how I think about her playing Glinda in the two-part movie of Wicked. What do you guys think about that? Good morning, Beck Del Real. Good morning, Willow. Or, sorry, afternoon. I was sledding last night, so I slept in real good. But I always sleep in real good. You feel me? But Ariana Grande, I don't know what it is with celebrities, but they're starting to go no eyebrows. Doja Cat does it too. I think it might be just in my opinion, it could possibly be like satanic ritual, maybe? That's for entertainment purposes. Some of her music's amazing, some of it's meh. You think she'll make a great Glinda? The woman they cast to play the Wicked Witch, she's gonna do great, for sure. I've never seen the musical Wicked, though. I've read the book. The book is very dark. And it involves it involves some shady stuff. If you've ever read the book, it's probably nothing like the musical because the musical looks all bubbly and sweet and kind, and like, hee hee, oh. I can't even say the word of what a topic is involved in that book, but it starts with the R, and the wizard does it to her. You do the math. Just popping in to say hi, everyone. Oh, okay. Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, I don't babysit. Hey, Jerry D. Anyways, guys, I wanted to address a few things while my caffeine kicks in this morning. I'm drinking a yerbai that my husband gets, and it's equal to 2 cups of coffee. I'm not a sponsor, but this is black cherry pineapple flavor, no sugar, and it's energized by Herbamate and white tea. Do you understand? You've never read the Thea, there's sequels. There's like a whole series of Wicked books. The first one is Wicked. The second one is Son of a Witch, which it's about. That one's even more controversial because it's about the son of the Wicked Witch. Like she had a son, I guess, somehow before she got melted. And there's a real twist in that one. Because remember what I said happened to her in the first book that the wizard did to her? Yeah, now she has a son, and he's real controversial too. I will say though, there's actually a sex scene in Son of a Witch, um, where he has an encounter with a man, and he sticks his face in the pillow to moan and bite it. I'm telling you, that is not a book or a story that you would want to turn into a musical and take your family, your in-laws, stuff like that, unless they take that shit out. And then the third book, I think, is all about the Scarecrow. And then there's one all about Glinda. Oh, yeah. And by the way, Glinda is basically the villain in the story. It's not the other way around. The witch is misunderstood. Her sister has all these fucked up problems. And then Dorothy lands on her. And when Dorothy comes to town in her house and lands on her sister and shit, I mean, Dorothy just comes in, and in the book Wicked, I don't know about the musical, But she is a fucking little annoying crybaby brat in that story. It's like, make the best of what you got, Dorothy. You're the one tripping LSD and got yourself here, you know? Wow. Why not everyone love a musical gay sex scene? That's usually backstage on Broadway. How you doing, Glenn? You still with Trisha? You guys still hanging out? I heard Jet's mom met up with you guys. Yeah, and maybe even possibly do some book reviews on these books because I'd really like to see your reaction to that. Oh, by the way, I wasn't talking about Dorothy surviving the storms, but I do miss Dot. Um, I talked to her a little while back, and she's doing good. Hey, Kimberly O. Anyways, guys, gather around. I got a few things to spill it, girl, spill it. So gather around. I have gum today. No, no chance, no, no dance, no chance, no dance, no chance. Give me second chances. That's so cool! Hey! Ow! Ow! My Glenn, we were talking about Dorothy like in Oz, and you're like, she flies back home tomorrow. I was like, oh, they book flights now from Oz? Thought she had to like scoop up some slippers and shit. Aw, that it goes by fast, doesn't it, Glenn? It's so nice when you meet up with people like and you're able to hug them, especially, if you're romantically involved with them from YouTube. But isn't it interesting when you meet people like from this platform in person? It's so strange because like it's the same, but you're on a different playing field. So it's like you're in a different setting and it's really up close and personal. Now you could hug the people, you could smell them, it's just, and then you see if their personalities are different in person. Margie's is no different in person. Most people has been no different in person. Um, I think I'll say like the only person that I was really kind of shocked in person, well, not terribly, but like Molly Golightly. I love her. And when we met up the first night when she came to town, like what, 2 years ago, we just chilled like in her hotel room. And I was like, it was me, her, Pretty with Pistols. I think that's it the first night. And she likes to lay around in her hotel rooms and just like watch TV and shit. And I was thinking, we're going partying on the town, but no, that was the following night. But Molly's very, very short. You love your aroma? Ooh, mama say, mama sa, mama kosai. Mama say, mama sa, mama kasa. Hey, Megan. You got to smell Glenn. What does Glenn smell like? Here, I'll tell you a couple of things of people I've met in person, what they smell, if I could remember the smell. Molly smells amazing. I don't even know what perfume. I don't even know if it's perfume or like in Mean Girls. She's like, oh, that's just my sweat. Or no, that's not Mean Girls. That's in The Other Woman. Hey, Mel. She smells like fancy shit, real good. Pretty with Pistols smells really good too. I don't know what perfume she was wearing, but it was really nice. Kendall, uh, who she's not really around much on YouTube, but she's so pretty in person. I don't remember. We were in a crowded bar that night, so I don't remember her. Everybody in a bar. It's like tons of smells coming together. Uh, Nicole smells amazing. Her car smells amazing. Her Jeep is spotless. Hey, Caterpillar. You're grateful for MGL because you found me. Oh, thank you. 6 more days and Nicole can change her name back from Cunt Blocker back to her original name. That's Nicole, by the way. The Cunt Blocker, the one one of my good friends, we went sledding yesterday. Becashu says, I'm a small person too. First thing I noticed is someone's smell. I'm also sensitive to smells. Yeah, I remember because I'm a gum person. I always like fresh breath and stuff. And I remember actually asking Kendall at the bar because I was smoking cigarettes back then. Because we're at the bar. And I remember I was like, do you have any gum? Because I've been smoking and I ran out of gum. And she gave me some gum. Thank you, Kendall. I still have that piece of gum that I chewed. I keep it in my underwear every day. Just kidding. Hey, Brittany. Trisha smells like roses. Yep, Mexi smells really good. I mean, I didn't meet him off the internet, but he always smells good. Takes like 2 baths a day or something like that. He takes a bath every night, like soaking bath. Okay. Who else do we got? I don't think I have any like bad smells that I've met. Oh yes, it's live, Brittany. Uh, I don't know about that, but it is very strange when you meet up in person. One of the things that I wanted to address was somebody who showed up in Vegas the same time as my wedding. Someone who I had been asking to basically stop stalking me for a very long time. But this person often says, he stalks me. He never shuts up. He never, he has to talk about me all the time. So this person, quote unquote, used to operate the Vault channel, which the Vault channel is actually included in my court documents, like my exhibits and stuff like that. And it had many other names before it was Vault. And then she supposedly gave it to someone else to still put the same obsessive behavior and work into it. And that would be going after me. In a sense, it's kind of a smart move, but not really, because nobody really believes that AJ is not the Vault channel. Now, if you're unaware, she started this channel, and it was basically to go after me, clip me, and all that kind of stuff. And she continues to do that. And then she'll go under her other account, AJ, and she'll be like, I don't talk about him. Why is he responding? Well, I don't respond to most stuff. But she has, like, a while back, what was this, a couple weeks ago, you guys? Hey, Lana and Cole, we had made a deal to like squash, don't talk about each other, but like I caught her doing it the whole time, not only under Vault, but under her channel, under other alts and stuff like that. That I believe is her, but also under her name. So finally I was like, what are you doing? I thought we like were like not talking about each other anymore. And she's like, making peace does not mean that you still don't speak the truth. Okay, well, then that's still bringing it up, and that's what you're doing. Okay. Do you floss? You have gorgeous teeth. Yes, I do. Thank you. These are all my original teeth, too. And I've never had braces. I have gum right here, by the way. I've never had braces. Thank you. To hear Robbie's fat voice trickle and trickle the prickles. Do you like that prickle? Lana, does that tickle, Lana? Do you like my pickle? Do you want to tickle, Lana? Would you like some friction? I'll give you some friction. Give you some addiction to my big, big dick. Sean! Oh, thank you. Wow. Thank you. By the way, water picks are really good. You bring it in the shower and you could, floss your teeth. Anyways, so let me just show this real quick. And I'm doing this for a reason, because I have a whole playlist of my legal process. I have a whole playlist that has even me interviewing my attorney that took on my case with AJ Kromavalt. All of that debunking, because here's what happened. All right, let's go back in time. AJ was somebody, she was like a moderator. I considered her, a friendly, decent person off of YouTube. And one day she got very, very mad at me because, if you guys know who the Glare is, he, was a friend, and I was friendly with both of them. Well, her and the Glare had gotten in God knows what kind of fight. Okay. None of my business. I don't really give a shit. So she had been making tons of clip videos of the Glare, much like she does of me, and she's posting them on her Vault channel, which was a different name at the time. It used to be called like Veracity Room, The Wolves, many different names. She changes them all the time. Um, and so she got very mad at me because I was like, look, you're making videos about him. He responds, I'm not getting involved. And she snapped. Ever since then, it's just been down. There's many details that go along with it. Like she sent me $100 on PayPal when I blocked her, because that was the only way she could message me was on PayPal. So she wrote a really long message along with the $100 to get my attention. I immediately refunded it and was like, whoa, that's weird. Okay. So cut to, I don't know, months and months and months later. um, I was really tired of her like just making fun of many different things. I have videos in the playlist of her saying, even going as low as when my hamster died, my first one on here, Sandra, I was very sad. And she was spreading rumors that I killed my hamster, I murdered it, making jokes, and think about it. Like if anybody were to do that to anybody, animals to me, they're my life. And she was doing it to be hurtful. And then she would go after when I was sharing my sobriety journey with everyone, making jokes of that and just all sorts of shit. But what was the cherry on top of everything is I started speaking out more and more about it. So AJ, one day I get tons of emails, which are they're in my exhibits from court. Tons of emails from YouTube. Thank you for your privacy report. We will look into this and get back to you if we take it down. And I was like, what privacy complaint? I did not file a privacy complaint. What are you talking about? Next thing you know, AJ starts posting on her Vault channel. Oh my God, Robbie's going after my son. He's privacy striking my son's channel on YouTube. First of all, I didn't know that her son, I knew a long time ago he had some sort of gamer channel, but I never knew what it was. Number two, I would never, ever do that, especially to a child. I mean, come on. AJ may be psycho, but I know nothing about her child. So I'm like, what? So I'm like on YouTube, I'm like, okay, this woman's crazy. Now she's trying to say I'm going after her kid. How is this possible that somebody can be filing privacy complaints? And basically in the complaint, it was saying that I was saying that her child was my child and I want the videos taken down. Who in their right mind would do that? Claim somebody else's child to be theirs. I was like, yeah, no, that's not me. So I went step by step with YouTube. Hey, Johnny. And if you've ever tried to privacy complaint somebody or copyright, they're two different things. So you, in fact, and I put this in my exhibits in court, I have it in my playlist. You can actually go on a video on YouTube and hit the privacy complaint process. But here's the kicker. Here's the difference between copyright and privacy complaint. Privacy complaint, you can type in when it says email, what's your email? You could type in whatever email you want to be like, this is my email. So whoever filed these privacy complaints on AJ's son's channel went in and they put in my email. And that's how it looked like it was me. And the note even said to YouTube, it was like, love your friendly YouTuber, save Robbie, with like a heart emoji or something. I'm like, who the fuck would do that? Now, in my personal opinion, and I can't say much more about it in my exhibits because I might have to use it one day. In my personal opinion, it was definitely AJ doing that to her own child's channel to make it, and I was very outspoken about this, but to make it look like it was me. So at that point, I went to the police. I went in physically. I called them. I went in. I have a little incident number, is what it's called, from my police report. And I was like, do I really think that she's doing this? Somebody's basically stealing my identity to make it look like I'm stalking a child. Now, to this day, AJ still says, who calls the cops over YouTube just because you don't like my opinion? Trust me, I heard your opinion for a very long time about me and I didn't give a shit until somebody started using my identity to say I was stalking a child. Okay. That is illegal. That puts me in a dangerous situation. So I was making it clear to the police, somebody's doing this and this is not right. Can you call her at least? I basically had to beg the police to leave her a message. And that's on her channel on Vault. She puts that she called the police back because I called the police and she said I was going real life and blah, blah, blah. That's why I called the police. So let me get to this part. Hey, Amy. What I actually, hold on, I have to pull it up in my. Now listen very closely. I finally had enough after the privacy complaints, and let's see. On November 13th of 2021, I was on a live stream, and this is what I said. I had Lokomai, Siren, and my friend Amber on panel, and I was fed up. And when I say filter face in this video, it's referring to AJ, because I was sick and tired of it, and I was ready to get a restraining order. So here we go. Yeah, like
this is all just a means to pull.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Yeah, like
this is all just a means to pull you back in.
Exactly. I wasn't talking about filter face in my video yesterday. I was talking about mommy ramblings. Literally, this woman did a video talking about me, exactly the words that I used. She's like scripted and memorized what I said in one day, less than a day. She memorized my video, and it's like, pay attention to what I'm going to say. About you psycho bitch. Here we go. All I got to say is Tuesday. You got all your time to talk shit all you want till Tuesday, and that's all I'm telling you, because you are going to have a big surprise at your door, and it ain't going to be me. It's legal, Miss Filterface. So enjoy your time while you have it. And again, thank you to the people who donated to PayPal, because I was not going to waste my fucking money on that shit. So thank you for wasting your money on it. I appreciate that, because it's for a good fucking cause. And I'm sorry I'm being a dick, you guys. I am so... When I saw that, I'm like, first of all, I already disproved that anybody can file a privacy complaint. And again, you guys know me pretty darn well by now. Do you really think that I would fill out a form for someone's child, first of all, not only that, but use my actual information to do it and then sign it here saying, in good faith, courtesy of your friendly YouTuber, Save Robbie? If you guys don't see that this is fucking fake, you're an idiot. Not you guys, but anybody.
Yeah.
So did you guys pay attention to the part where I said you're going to have a knock on your door and it's not going to be me? And I said this multiple times. I said, it's going to be legal. I'm going to get a restraining order on you. And finally, this was the last straw. And I'm like, come Tuesday, yeah, I'm going to get a restraining order. And people were donating to help, get that to happen. So I'm laying in bed one afternoon, and this is when I lived at Aunt Sally's. Sally comes and knocks on my door and says, there's a sheriff at the door for you. So I come out, and he has a piece of paper in his hand. And in that paper, in those documents this was the reason I was being served a restraining order from AJ. And she states that I said on 8/13 that I stated, I'm coming for you this week. Expect a knock on your door. She said I said it online. She said her son was present and there was no weapon. But she said on 11/5 that there was a threat of harm. She said that I said, you just wait, bitch. The smirk on your face is going to look really pretty when I'm done with you. Now, when I had said that, that was actually to shipwreck Beck, because I was going to go legal on her as well. There was no threat of harm involved in that, because that's also another person who is crazy. Okay? So she lied and said that I was stalking her son. She said I threatened her with harm, which, by the way, has anybody ever heard me threaten somebody with harm on here? Anyone? I'm pretty sure if I did that, number one, YouTube would have struck me, took my video down, all that kind of shit. And number two, you would, especially if it's about your son or your child, you would definitely go to the police. So I do a legal fundraiser. I get in contact with an attorney who's great, Chris Ponce. I've had him on for an interview about this situation and all sorts of stuff. So I raised like $3,000, and the rest of it I paid $2,000 on my credit card. He typed up my exhibits. He definitely was like, yes, we have a case here, because she was lying and abusing the legal system. So this whole time, we show up to court the first time, and I show up just with me. My attorney was not with me that day. And AJ didn't show up to court, but she called in. The judge said, "You're not allowed to do that. I didn't give you permission to call in. We need to reschedule this." So she pushes it out as far as she can so that it extends the temporary restraining order longer. And then she says, "Robbie's lawyer didn't show up to court. Everyone get a refund." So then she contacts my lawyer and she says, "Are you really representing Mr. Brown in this case?" And he says, "Yes, I can't enter my appearance online or over the phone. I have to do it in person, and I'm doing that this week." As soon as AJ, because she was telling everybody I was scamming people, as soon as she finds out my attorney's real, I do have representation, she marches down to that courthouse and drops the restraining order. Immediately after that, she goes on YouTube and makes a video saying, "Merry Christmas, Robbie. Now keep your mouth shut about me. Oh, and everybody else, go get a refund. He no longer needs an attorney." Clearly, she doesn't know how attorneys work because billable hours, he had already put time in it. So money had already been applied, to the retainer and everything. And then she says that I was scamming people. So basically, I mean, that alone shows that this was a game to her. And let me ask you guys a question. I know I've been ranting and not reading comments, but for any of you people that have someone you care about, or you have children or anything like that, would you just simply drop a restraining order because it's Christmas if you felt like you're in danger? Because that's the whole point of a restraining order. You don't do it as a gift and be like, "Merry Christmas." So I was definitely going to win my case, and possibly press charges because, I mean, you can't lie and abuse the legal system and do that kind of stuff. And meanwhile, the whole time the system, the restraining order was in place, she was making videos about me that entire time. So over time, things kind of settle down, and she still makes videos, still talks all the time, and rants. So then I get engaged. A little while later, meet Michael, get engaged, and I start telling everybody on YouTube, my wedding's going to be in Vegas. It's going to be on April 1st. If anybody wants to come, let me know. Inbox me. It's a big event. We all saw. Mel was there. Who else in chat was there? Amy was there. Jet's mom was there. Siren was there. I mean, clearly you guys saw many people from YouTube were there. It was a big event. There was like tons of people in chat. It was a big event. And thank you for everyone that was supportive. It was awesome. And many people from YouTube were at the actual wedding and the reception, and it was great. Hours before my wedding starts, Locomai comes up to me and she's like, "Just so you know, AJ's in town." Now, first of all, we live in the same state. So I had to fly. Obviously, I don't live in Vegas. And I'm like, "What? No, no. I mean, she's probably trolling. She's probably just saying that. No, AJ is in town. She flew out yesterday. She flew into Vegas. And I'm like, "Okay, whatever. No." So we're waiting. I'm waiting with Amy and Gen X and a couple other people to ride a roller coaster. And before we had got over there, I was like looking at AJ's page. And this was on Chromavolt when she was still Chromavolt, the one that she gave away. Sure as shit, she was uploading videos from Vegas. One of the videos, she filmed the hotel that I was staying at. She's flipping off the camera. And so people are commenting on her video saying, You're not in Vegas. You're crazy if you're there. How this is no coincidence. And it's strange, right? I mean, can you imagine if the tables were reversed, if I showed up in Vegas, if she was getting married, and how many videos she would make? Hey, Tia, your husband asked for her picture so you could watch out for her. Well, it gets crazier, you guys, because when people are like, you're not in Vegas. This can't be true. She takes her camera. She goes up to a woman that's working a counter in Vegas and she goes, "Can you tell me what time it is? And what's the date today?" Basically to prove to people, like, I don't know if it was a scare tactic or I don't know what her mission was. But to prove, it's April 1st, this is the time, you're in Vegas. And so when I saw that, I couldn't believe, because here's the kicker. She then posts a picture of her and her son, who she put on the restraining order at the top of the stratosphere. And I'm thinking to myself, does she realize what she's doing or what this looks like? Because she's saying that I stalked her, I stalked her child. But this is a very well-known event that everybody on YouTube knew was happening. For her to fly in just for that occasion and then fly back home hours before my wedding, that obviously my mind and many others is going to be like, what? Just in shock. Like, whoa, what? What? And you brought your kid, like your kid with. So it's weird. So obviously, a lot of people had stuff to say about that because it was very strange. And of course, she was like, he followed me. And so I think maybe that was her purpose. She was saying that I followed her to Vegas. Because she flew out there the day before I got there. What? So I guess all of you people did too, right? When it was planned almost a year prior to me getting married there. Any questions so far? You thought you'd bump into her, Mel? I mean, if we did, it would just be like, okay, well, there's that. I don't see the purpose of that. So she flew back home, with her kid hours before I got married to be like, I wasn't there for the actual wedding. So obviously, in my opinion, that was a very bizarre thing to do, especially to flip off the camera and like rub it in people's faces. It was strange, but I'm a stalker, right? So, anyways, time passes and I'm like, okay, I've had enough with this AJ shit. It's annoying. Let's make peace. So she does, but she continues to go on her Chroma Vault channel, not being peaceful. She continues to go other places under her account, her main account, and say things. And I had watched that for like a month, I don't know, a couple weeks after our little peace agreement. And finally, all I said was, AJ, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not talking about you. I thought, we were being peaceful. And I said that on a live stream. So AJ goes on and she's like, "Do you see that? He's bringing me up again. I thought this was over." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, why are you still doing it?" And then she goes back into the cycle of, "Well, just because we're peaceful doesn't mean I'm not going to put the truth out there about you." Actually, that's exactly what it means on both of our ends. But I have plenty of evidence and proof to go against you, not even online, but in court. That's why you backed out. Okay. So let me ask you guys another question. If you have kids or loved ones, would you continue to rant about it and call somebody a stalker and someone who is going after your child online to make them look bad? Or would you actually do something and go to the police? Not lie to the police, because you can go to jail for that. But wouldn't you take it off here and be like, dude, I'm doing something about this? You wouldn't come on every day like people even do, whether you like Lycan or not, or anyone else, and call people predators and all that kind of stuff. It's ridiculous. She brought her child with her. She absolutely did. Yes. It was very strange. Very strange. And when I had told a couple other people that didn't know, at the wedding party, they're like, "She didn't." Everybody was in shock. Absolute shock. There's no way that's a coincidence. No way, especially when it was very public where everybody was going, what date, all of that. The way people on YouTube throw that word around as if it doesn't have any serious weight to it is insane to me. Yes. So the only reason I'm coming on to kind of clear that up is because I've seen her as of recent, which she just recently said, why is he bringing me up again? And then, trying to dox my name or whatever, which shut up. Who cares? But she made a comment yesterday on, I think it was DeLorean's channel. It was somebody's channel. She's like, why don't you? Maybe it was Angela's Clips and Giggles. She shared her post out and said, why don't you go after Robbie who stalks my child? I actually went into Moon, who I like. I went into her chat one day and I ignore AJ because she'll stir stuff up or say passive aggressive stuff in chats when I see her. I'm adult enough just to be like, keep making a fool of yourself. I'm not here to talk to her. I'm an adult. So I went in and I said hi, and her and DeLorean had said hi to me. This was like last week. And AJ says, bye guys, have a good day. I don't stay in chats with people who stalk my child. She was referring to me. So, and that's why Moon and DeLorean, if you see this, that's why I tagged you in my playlist from yesterday. But I do have a playlist where, I've added videos that I've debunked every single one of her false accusations. I've done it with court documents. She says he's a scammer. He scammed everyone. No, I showed all of my billable hours without the details because that would be going against my privacy with my attorney. So I blocked the details of the work that he did, but you see the price, the time he spent, and all that. And I've had him on my channel for an interview. He has said the firm that he works for, his full name. And you know what AJ still says? That's a fake lawyer. He doesn't have a lawyer. It's not real. Even though she texts my lawyer. She got in contact with my lawyer. If you go to the website of the attorney's office, you see his face, his name, all of it. But all of my proof still, it was a lie and it wasn't enough, according to her. So, I mean, at this point, AJ says she doesn't want to be part of any of us losers, these communities. She doesn't care about our opinions. Then why are you still trying to get in nice with the people? Because here's another thing that she does. DeLorean and I didn't get along for a while in Lycan. And this is a pattern for AJ, what she does. She says she's leaving communities, she's not being a part of these, but she goes every single place. If I ever have an argument with any of you guys, AJ will show up and be friendly with you. I didn't really have arguments with Moon because I didn't know her, but she was more over on the Lycan side and stuff. And that's why, who did AJ go over to? DeLorean, Lycan. She's gone to Cole. She's gone to Granny when I fought with Granny the first time. She's gone to Natasha. She's gone every single place that I will have any sort of conflict with. That's where she ends up and becomes friendly with. Hey, DeLorean. And DeLorean, that's why I tagged you. So, because I heard you saying, I don't know any background about that, but she'll constantly call me these, stalker names and all this. But I've had all the information on my channel for years, all the documents, all of the proof, my attorney, everything. And she still goes and goes and goes. So when she brings it up repeatedly, I do remind people just to go back to this playlist and check it out. That's it. You said her you said her name 3 times in the mirror. DeLorean. 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 This has been every day for the last 4 years. Yeah. And I mean, think about it logically. I'm not using the gay card when I say this because I don't I don't do that. But I am a gay man who's into very attractive men, and I'm married to a very attractive man. I'm not in love with you, AJ. I never bring you up out of interest. I never bring you up out of, you being appealing to me in any way, shape, or form. I've only ever like responded to things that I feel necessary to respond to. I don't follow you on your vacations like you follow me. None of that. I don't do that. So I just wanted to clear that up. Again, if you go to my community post, you'll see the playlist is posted over there. I think it's called Debunking Lies or whatever. Okay. If Robbie's going to get with any woman, it's going to be you. Betcha, sweet ass. We're coming over for a 3-1. I'll bring my husband too. We'll do 4. And there was one. Oh, and that's another thing. You guys see this lovely lady in chat? Oh, it's Thea. Well, Thea has recently started up her channel. She's been doing paranormal stuff, conspiracy stuff, very interesting commentary. And she is a good friend. And she is doing her very first live stream tonight, I believe at 8:15 p.m. my time. And I put the redirect in this video in this live, so it'll automatically redirect you. Hit the thumbs up, remind yourself, give her some support because, our first live streams are usually uncomfortable and kind of awkward. So go over there because she's very entertaining and fun and she talks about really interesting stuff. So do that and hold on. I think I have can you drop your live stream link, Thea? One sec. Let me see if I could drop it here. Let me turn my voice down. Okay, it's very triggering. Okay. And paste. Okay. Now let's check it out. There it is in the chat, folks. I'll go ahead and pin it for you as well. That is the link to her live stream tonight. Hee-hoo, ha, ha, hee-hoo, ha, ha, ha. And you wishing that the pussy was a kissing booth and taste breakfast, lunch, and gin and juice, and that dinner just like dessert too. And when she French refresh, give her two. When she bite that lip, come give her two. She want lipstick, lip gloss, hickeys too. Huh? Do you understand? AJ wins most likely to end up in a straitjacket. Well, I know we've made jokes about the craziness before, but AJ, you have to think logically. Like, of course, people are going to think that if you're following them to their wedding and stuff like that. It's very strange. And here's another thing. I'm just going to say this for entertainment purposes because it is odd. It's very weird. And one of my friends pointed this out to me a couple years ago. They're like, "Do you notice when you do a certain topic or you post a video or you even sing a song, AJ puts that song in her next video she uploads, even if it's about random things?" Like, for example, the song I was just rapping. When that song first came out, I was like, "Oh my God, you guys, I love this song." And I was like singing it on my live stream. AJ puts it in her next video. And I do pay attention to weird stalker stuff because I keep notes on this. I had to spend $5,000 on this. I had to pay someone billable hours on this. I had to invest my time into this and my stress and my anxiety. So when she does crazy stuff, it is noted because in case I ever have to use that in the future, I'm like, yet she showed up in Vegas for my wedding, filming my hotel. I started posting shorts of my cats. What is she doing now? I didn't even know she had cats before. She's posting shorts of her cats and shit. It's weird. And I pay attention to shit like that because it's strange. So DeLorean, what happened was DeLorean's asking, how did everything start with you and AJ? You used to be friends, right? And what happened to whatever peace thing you made? So I used to be friends with the Glare and her, and she fell out with the Glare. I don't know why. I don't know if they had whatever friendship relationship they had. She started going after him, making videos about him like she does, to me and other people, like going hard at him. And the Glare really didn't give a fuck. Once in a while, he would respond and be like, "Oh, she's just crazy. Who cares?" And so one night she was like blowing up my phone, texting me nonstop. "I can't believe you're not defending me on this. I can't believe you're," like going screaming into the phone, leaving voice messages. And I was like, "Dude, I'm busy. Like I'm at work until late. I'll pay attention to this later." Okay. So then I end up having to block her because she got angry that I'm not going to choose a side. I'm friends with both of you. You know, you make videos about him, he responds, I don't want to stick my nose in it. AJ goes ape shit crazy on me, okay? Now, that very night, I did assume it was her, and still to this day, I can't say it was. That very night, someone tried to rip off the license plate off my car. My HOA guy pointed it out. So I text her and I'm like, AJ, you wouldn't do something like that, would you? And she snaps. I can't believe you're accusing me. I was like, I'm just asking because you were going crazy and it's just weird. So then I end up blocking her on everything and I get $100 PayPal from her because that's the only way she was able, instead of sending $1 along with the message, she sent me $100 in a PayPal message, like fucking long. I immediately refunded it. I was like, you're crazy. Leave me alone. And so from then on out, she had never, ever stopped. And then it just got worse from there. No, we were never friends in real life. We never met in person. We did live kind of close, I guess, like within the same city limits, but we'd never met in person. She used to ask me for workout videos and, like, you know, to show my progress because she was like, you want to be my workout partner? And I'll put together a video of our pictures and our progress. I was like, sure, that'll motivate me to do it. Send her a bunch of shirtless pictures and all this. She never did shit with it. So I don't know if that was to bait me to get half naked pictures or what. I don't know. I don't know. And then as far as the peace thing, Lindsay, she started talking about me again. And then I was like, I watched it for weeks and I was like, okay, I guess I'll finally say something now. And I was very nice about it. I just said, AJ, I don't know what you're doing, but there's still peace on my end. You know, I see the things you're saying under your AJ account and also your Krama Vault account. And to anybody that is believing she's not Krama Vault, she started that channel. You guys know that, right? That's part of my court case, is that channel. The only reason she said she gave it to somebody else is so that she can keep harassing me under Krama Vault and get her feelings out about me. But she can also play innocent under AJ and be like, that's not me doing that. I'm not saying anything. Why is Robbie responding? And if Krama Vault was your friend, AJ, if that were the truth, if they cared about anybody or you at least, they wouldn't keep going, because many people, the majority of people, know that that channel is you. But if it were your friend, they wouldn't keep making you look bad like that. So that's that. I mean, I'm well aware that that's your picture, or not picture. I was reading Mel's. She needs a picture of my taint for a progress update. So yeah, DeLorean, I know it's a lot and you don't even have to watch it if you don't want to. And I didn't tag you and Moon to like start trouble with you guys, but you know, I had noticed she's going in there and she had left Moon's chat saying, I don't stay in chats with child stalkers. Who stalks my child? So it's like, if you're going to continue to say stuff like that, AJ, I have all the proof to debunk that. Not on YouTube, in court, but it's also on YouTube on my playlist. So if any of you are confused about that, you hear her saying that I called her job, which is false. Okay. Thrive, when I was a Thrive promoter, got contacted by somebody, and I've showed this email over and over. And it was the next day after AJ was asking me, I know we're fighting, but can I still buy Thrive from you? And I was like, find somebody else. So I got a huge long complaint to Thrive. And so when I finally snapped, you know, the night that I snapped on Mommy Ramblings and everyone, I was like, and you guys are contacting my jobs. And I was like, it's all good. I already contacted all of your jobs. I was drunk. I didn't actually do that. I was talking shit, mad shit that night. So she uses that as evidence that I called her job, which is false. If I would have called her job, you would have never heard the end of it. She never made a video. She never did anything. And thank you to the people, Rachel for being a member 29 months. Also, thank you, Oscar, 31 months. Thank you for your support. So I just wanted to put that out there real quick because she is going back to the whole stalker thing and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, I don't need to go back in time and like sit here and make new videos addressing it. Just direct you towards my playlist. And there's plenty of evidence for you to look at, and make a decision up for yourself. Do I care about your opinions on it? No. But I do care if she's, slandering me, saying one thing and it's not true. That's why I got an attorney. I wouldn't get an attorney if I didn't have a case. They wouldn't take on my case if I didn't have a case. See what I'm saying? You're all too familiar with people trying to turn against you or try to prevent others from becoming your friend. It happens far too much on here, and sorry you have to deal with this. Yeah, and if I was a monetary person, I mean, I used to make like, we're talking four-figure numbers monthly, like, sometimes almost 2,000, just from members and don't super chats and stuff. Ever since this started, I look at my algorithm and I look at my analytics. When she started saying I was scamming, she started saying I was a child stalker, I was a stalker, those numbers went down. And there's a chart. I mean, I don't know if we're allowed to show that on YouTube, but there is a chart that shows that. So if I were to go for like defamation or something, I have monetary proof. I have all the evidence of her calling me these things when they're absolutely not true. It's been going on a long time, and Robbie is telling the truth. He was going to serve her, and she hurried to it first. Yeah, Lindsay, if you're still here, I played this earlier. I'll play it one more time though. This is why AJ went and got the restraining order. I want you to read what's on the screen here. This is what she put. She said, I threatened to come to her door and I threatened her with harm. Okay. Now listen to what I actually said. This was on a live stream November of 2021.
This is all just a means to pull you back in.
Exactly. I wasn't talking about filter face in my video yesterday. I was talking about mommy ramblings. Literally, this woman did a video talking about me, exactly the words that I used. She's like scripted and memorized what I said in one day. Memorized my video, and it's like, I'm trying to let them hear this. Talking about you, you psycho bitch. All I gotta say is Tuesday. Love you. You got all your time to talk shit all you want till Tuesday, and that's all I'm telling you, because you are going to have a big surprise at your door, and it ain't gonna be me. It's legal, Miss Filter Face. So enjoy your time while you have it. And again, thank you to the people who donated to PayPal, because I was not gonna waste my fucking money. So thank you. Yeah. So AJ, she knew I was going down to the courthouse to get a restraining order on her from all the shit. And so she ran to the courthouse. She said I threatened to go knock on her door and threatened her with harm. And that's clearly, that was not what was said. Yeah, it doesn't impact your channel and your reputation. And like I say, I don't care what people think about me. I don't give a shit about that. But if you're saying things that can like legally affect my life, affect me as a whole, my criminal record, any of that kind of stuff, then of course I mean anybody would clear that up, and that's that. Smart is texting correct stuff. Come Smart text is correcting stuff again. That's where he made the mistake. He was honest publicly and she was able to get ahead of it. I know that girl, like if I would have just did it instead of like announcing that I was going to do it, it would have been a very different situation. And she'd possibly, for the thing she did, like stealing my identity, to file complaints on her child's YouTube channel and then blame me for it and stuff, I would imagine there would be some heavy legal consequences for that. So, yeah. I wanted to faint when that happened to you. Yeah. And you know what's crazy is at the time, I truly thought that I could not say anything. and I couldn't. And so I think her purpose also of doing that was she knows how reactive I am and how mouthy I can be. So this entire time that I'm waiting for the court date, she's uploading video after video, taunting me, dragging me, going after me, so that I would respond and then I would get arrested because there was a temporary restraining order. She was going hard. So, I mean, that's not somebody that's scared. That's not anybody that, um, is afraid of me or, no. And, the courts would have definitely seen that. I think they did when they looked into the situation, but yes. And like I said earlier, um, like to DeLorean and anybody that I've fought with recently and then we speak again or whatever, AJ has a history of going over anytime that I have a falling out with somebody, even if she hates them or has made videos about them, she'll go make nice with them purposely just to have somebody to relate to or somebody on her side. I really don't like the word hate bonding, um, but just to get in on the fun of, talking or maybe somebody believing her, talking smack or whatever. So that's her true intent in that. Um, and I think that's really all I have to say about that. AJ, I really don't want to talk about you. I've wanted peace. I did what was even told. I even removed videos for her when I thought she was that wacko account. I had no problem removing any video she requested just to make peace. And but she doesn't stop. It's like maybe she gets bored and she's like, well, now I'm not having fun. Now what am I gonna do? Like I went after him for so long. Like, what do I do? Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll say I gave Crom a vault away, and then I'll just like be myself on my main channel. I love you, love you. I don't know if you heard, but while I was playing the voice clip, they came in and were like, "Wah!" and scared me. Okay, pray for our dog Brooklyn. She's going to the vet. She keeps licking her lips, but I think it's because she keeps eating cat poop, and we put the freshening powder in the cat litter, so that's probably why. Oh, thank you, Mel. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, folks. She is. And Cole, and for a long time, I truly thought that Cole was AJ. Like, because you guys have to understand, and I think maybe Cole, you do a little bit more, but she's changed her name. My alarm clock is a duck. She's changed her name on here many times. She's gone after me under alt accounts many, many, many times. And they've been believable ones sometimes. She's even come in with like being really nice to me under alt accounts just to, I don't know, troll me. So that's why sometimes if I've never really spoken to somebody outside of YouTube or like seen a video of their face talking, it's hard, even as nice as they are to me, sometimes it's hard to be like, is that really that person? So that's the only reason why. But Cole's been really cool to me. Oh, you were behind. Hey, Sister Knives. Some people you just can't have peace with. I could really have peace with anyone. Oh, sorry. Hold on, Mario. It wasn't ignored. I just rant my mouth. Amy called CPS on AJ. What are your thoughts? Okay, like I said earlier, folks. Let's see how long this Mario account. Like I said, she comes in. That's only something AJ would say. Okay, and let me click on Mario. Let's see how long has your channel been there. You have 2 subscribers. You've been, February of 2022. Okay. Never seen it before, Mario. And AJ is the only one that says that. Amy didn't actually call CPS. Okay. Oh, okay, Lauren. Um, I understand when you get terrorized like that, it can also make you defensive and paranoid because of the experiences you've had. Yeah, it definitely does. And especially if it goes far beyond. And I always say what brutally Lauren says because it's true. People do it because if they can't hurt you on YouTube, like if you have very thick skin and you're confident and people see that they're not getting to you, well, their next step is, well, now we got to go after someone they love or their real life because they want to see you hurting. And that's really all there is to it. And so people wonder why people end up looking up people's information to see who they are. where they live, their address, or anything. It's because they want to know who they're dealing with in case they need to go fucking legal on you. And I've done that plenty of times because there's some scary fucking people on here. So, and most of the time, like, I mean, Mario, you're not being disrespectful or scary, but you don't even know who's behind that asking that. You don't. And for the people that are make themselves vulnerable and we put our faces on here, you come out and you show who you are. I don't know, maybe there's, and I don't want to sound like cocky or like above anybody, but maybe there's some sort of envy there that people wish they could do that, and maybe that's why they get mad, because I really don't know otherwise how somebody could get so angry at somebody that they don't know. So, okay. Hang on one second. Oh, hey, Michelle. I think I'm going to. Yeah, and that's why I was gonna like show some of those videos on here, but you could just go check them out yourself. They're on a playlist. Is that really like? And can somebody click on that? Did you change your name again, Krama? Krama James? Follow them out of town when they get married. Yes, and that's see, and that's where I kind of finally realized that I'm not dealing with a completely stable person, because if she actually thinks people believe she was just going on a random vacation during my wedding, the same place for 2 days, there's got to be something going on. Sorry, I'm going to vape real quick. Oh, it's your new account. Okay. Let's be nice. Someone was trying to stir trouble in my comment. I think it's in DeLorean's comments. I don't remember where it is. They're like in DeLorean, we're trashing your nominations and stuff. It's like, no, actually, I was listening to that and nobody fucking cares. And if they do commentary on it, who cares? I don't care. People are allowed to have their opinions. And this is the internet and we're people. We fucking have opinions. Who cares? And then they're like, well, AJ goes into their chats. Okay. And I go into lots of chats AJ goes into, and I do not start trouble with her. And when she says her passive aggressive things, I ignore it. Because I don't let AJ get to me the way I used to let her get to me. That's why she went real life on me. But she'll continue to say it's the opposite, make her clips and all that kind of stuff. But the proof is all there, and I put it out there. And that's all I can do. Otherwise, I don't give a shit. Lauren says, if I hated someone and knew they were going to the same place I planned on vacationing, I would change locations. Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of people flying from all around the world and driving to that wedding. So lots of people would have had to change their plans. But apparently all of us followed her there, that I don't like, but exactly, DeLorean. And, that's going to happen to all of us. People are going to be there that we don't like. And there's been a couple of times, like I was a dick in Andrea Mom's the other day, I'm not going to lie. And I fucking blocked people and I shouldn't have done that. So Andrea Mom, I'm sorry, but I was pissed. I'm like, dude, answer my question, Amber. And she wasn't answering it. And Andrea Mom was just being, I don't know, kissing ass because Amber was getting her more people in there. I don't know why, but it was very two-faced and I got pissed. But I am sorry for that. So, yep, everyone did know. And you know what's funny is AJ is like, I had no idea where the wedding was or where it was. Yet she watches me all the time, and every stream I would mention it and ask who's going and to email me, and so we could set it up and get an idea of how many seats we need and all that shit. But she didn't know. I think she even said she didn't even know I was getting married. Amen, DeLorean. And I know you can, because, you and I have bumped head a number of times. Shit, I think weeks ago I was fucking talking shit about you. But, you know, you've been civil and I can be civil too and nice. I can be civil with AJ. I can be civil with Manda and Hooker. I can be civil with anybody. And I've admitted over and over and over, I have a problem that I still need to fix. I am not perfect. I am not a saint. When people come for me, I not only like to come with the same energy, but I go even harder. And I should not do that. I say mean things. I do mean things, and I'm a fucking asshole. And I am trying to work on that. That is a huge flaw, and that is not okay for me to do. I'm aware of that. Thank you, that girl. I appreciate that. Hey, Charlie Ann. So, I mean, you get to witness me making mistakes as long as many other people on here. But you have to allow somebody to grow from their mistakes. And if that's why, you know, a lot of people make jokes about it. And it is funny because it sounds like, oh, let's all have peace. Like the girl in Mean Girls and rainbows and butterflies. She doesn't even go here. You know, but it is much easier just to do that. And I mean, that is the goal. Because why wouldn't you want to take somebody's offer up on that? That's why anybody that offers me peace or anything, oh yeah, I'm gonna jump on it. And you know what else I don't like? And I think I've hinted at this a couple of times, but I also don't like when people say, look, we made peace, but I still hate them. I still can't stand them. I don't like them. I don't want to be their friend. It's like, that's very pessimistic. If you make peace, just don't say any of that kind of stuff. Because you could end up liking them eventually or becoming friends. I made peace with them, but I can't fucking stand them. You're never going to see me over there again. I hate them. Well, that's not peaceful. So do you really have peace? I don't think so. Oh, thank you. Caterpillar, Trump 2024. You got something to offer me? Ooh, what's the offer? Peace is just ignoring each other. It doesn't have to be anything more than that. Yeah, it doesn't have to be, but it absolutely can be. Don't drink Monster. Oh. You aren't half as bad as some of these people in Chroma. You take accountability and admit your faults. I appreciate that, Brittany. I try to, and I'll still probably make another bad decision later on today. And then people will say, he's a fucking hypocrite. No, I'm a fucking human. If you think, and they're like, he's Christian. Shouldn't he not say stuff like that? If you think just because first of all, I don't label myself a Christian. Stop fucking saying that. I'm a gay Christian Jesus lover, whatever. Call it whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. But they're like, isn't he not allowed to do that? He shouldn't do that because of this. Fuck you. I don't care. Just because somebody says they're a Christian does not automatically make them a perfect human being. You become a follower of Christ because you are an imperfect human being and you'll never fucking be worthy, but he gives you that grace because he's fucking awesome. None of us are worthy. Do you understand? I hate you, Peach. Love you, Peach. Anyways, I gotta go. Make sure you tune in to Oh It's Thea's very first live stream tonight, you guys, and make her feel comfortable and welcome because obviously she's probably gonna be nervous for her first one. It's gonna be about hold on, what's this let me see what the title is again. Oh, it's Thea. Oh, and I didn't pin it. Hold on. It's talking about spooky shit. So I think like ghost stuff. Thea's live. I'm gonna pin it here. I love you, Kelly. There's the live. Oh, fuck! Uh, 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 okay, I just pinned it. Hit the reminder, and yeah, it's gonna be so fun. Bye, black and black. In closing, AJ, I understand you're probably going to do your normal whatever. I mean, at this, I really don't fucking care. Get out of my chat. Not, I'm talking to this person. Don't come in here talking about Natasha, okay? I love Natasha. She's my friend. Take that shit somewhere else. Okay. There's people in here that do not like her and don't come in here immature like you just did. So get out. Have a good day, Anitra. Bye, Gladys. Oh, I love you, Gladys. Love you, Anitra. And that's that. So again, my playlist does have the videos explaining my side of the story, my evidence, my proof, my facts, and all of that. Okay? And I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to continue working on my movie now. Okay? So have a good day, everyone.
No chance. No